Codias, and I'm going to explain you the germinal stage, the zygote, morula, and blastocyst. The germinal stage covers the first 14 days of human development, setting the foundation before embryo even forms. It all starts when the sperm and the egg join together. The zygote forms. It is just one single cell, but it already has your complete DNA. Right now, it is literally just one cell. The size is like a tiny grain of salt. The zygote travels toward the uterus and divides non-stop. 2, 4, 8 cells, and etc. The morula forms, which is a solid ball of group cells. It is called that because it looks like a mulberry, even though it has many cells. It is still the exact same size as the zygote. The ball reaches what happens. The ball reaches the uterus and attaches to the wall to get nutrients. This is called implantation. It is now a blastocyst. The cell separates. The outside group will be the placenta, and the inside group will be the baby. Important, it is about the size of a pinhead, and it is finally ready to become an embryo.
So, first of all, I'm gonna explain to you what is fertilization. Fertilization is when a sperm cell joins an egg cell and it creates a zygote. A zygote is like the first cell of a human being, and a zygote have genetic information from both parents. At 3 weeks, the embryo is very small, but it starts to develop, like the neutral tube. That is, at the 3 weeks, it starts to develop, and in some weeks more, the neutral tube is gonna be the brain and the spinal cord. Also, the placenta starts to develop. And what does the placenta do? The placenta helps the baby have nutrients and oxygen in the development. At week 4, the embryo starts to grow rapidly. What happens, like the more important phase in that moment, is that the heart starts to beat, and also they start to develop some structures that then is gonna be the eyes and the nose, and also the digestive system starts to grow. So now we are in the week 6. The embryo is having a enormous development. What happens in the sixth week? What happens is that the brain is already growing very fast. Also, the heart is beating very regularly, and also the arms and the legs are forming, and the ears and the eyes are already having a shape, and the embryo at that moment is like a size of a pea. Is very fast and very beautiful, the process that is having the embryo only in the 6th week. So thank you, Palomino, a lot for hearing me, and now I'm gonna let you with my friends.
By week 8, the embryo has grown quite a bit, and its arms and legs are more visible, and fingers and toes are beginning to form. The heart is already beating and pumping blood throughout the body. At this stage, it measures approximately 1 to 2 centimeters, similar in size to a raspberry. By the week 10, of the major organs have been formed and continue to develop. Facial features such as the nose, ears are becoming increasingly visible. Although still very small, it can already make some movements, and its measure is around 3 to 4 centimeters. In week 12, the fetus continues to grow rapidly. The fingers are now fully separate and the nails begin to develop. It can also move its arms and legs more easily. At this stage, it measures about 6 centimeters, roughly the size of a lime. In week 14, the body grows faster than the head, making its proportions appear more balanced. The muscles and bones continue to strengthen, and it can now make simple facial expressions. Its size is approximately 8 to 9 centimeters, similar to that of a lemon. Well, these weeks are very important because many of the main structures of the human body form and develop during this period.
16 weeks, the fetus is about 4 to 5 inches long, roughly the size of an avocado. The skeleton is forming and bones are starting to harden. Facial features are clearer and the eyes and ears are moving into position. Fun fact, the baby can make small movements like sucking its tongue. At 18 weeks, the fetus is 5.5 to 6 inches long. Nerve endings in the skin and muscles are forming, so the baby can feel touch. The ears are fully developed. The baby can hear sounds from outside the womb. Important fact, gender may now be visible on an ultrasound. 20 to 22 weeks, the fetus is about 10 to 11 inches long and weighs around 10 to 12 ounces. The digestive system is starting to work and the baby can swallow an amniotic fluid. Skin is forming a protective coating called vernix. Important, the mother can feel movements called quickening. 24 to 26 weeks, the fetus is about 12 inches long and weighs roughly 1.5 pounds. The lungs are developing and the baby practices breathing movements. The eyes are opening and the baby can respond to light and sound. Fun fact, survival outside the womb is possible with intensive care from this stage onward.
Weeks 28 to 30. In these weeks, the baby starts growing rapidly, gaining more mass and length, preparing for birth. The baby also starts forming one of the biggest organs to the humans, the lungs, which will help him breathe after he leaves his mother's womb. He also gains the ability to start recognizing voices from outside the womb. Like for example, the baby can start recognizing the father's or the mother's voices. Weeks 32 to 34. In these weeks, the baby starts forming one of the most important organs to the human body, the brain and the nervous system. During these 2 weeks, the baby starts preparing for childbirth, growing the brain and the nervous system. The bones of the baby are fully formed, but they aren't hard yet. They are cartilage. They are soft. The bones are soft instead of hard to allow for easier childbirth. Weeks 36 to 28. In these 2 final weeks, the baby is almost fully formed. He gains a little bit of mass and length, and the child rotates 180 degrees. So he moves the head down. So he rotates 180 degrees, and he's now in a head down position, preparing for birth. Week 40. In week 40, the baby it's a full term. Full term means that the baby is ready to be born. He has all the organs formed and he's ready to be born. Thank you.